Every Tribe is a Reformed missions training and sending agency that exists
to expand the worship of Christ all over the earth.
They're specifically targeting places that are hard to get to plant churches in places where there is no gospel presence.
We had learned a lot about the scriptures, we had learned a lot of theological pieces, even exposition in our local church, but no one at our local church was prepared to teach us about cross-cultural ministry.
One of the things that I really learned while I was in seminary is that you can come out of a training program that is focused on academics and come out with an attitude that you know everything. But it's really when you are in the heart of training and practicing at the same time that you can really begin to understand that, one, you don't know everything, two, the things that you're being taught are real and applicable, and three, they also may need to be changed based on the situations.
The Center for Pioneer Church Planting, it's a 2-year training program that incorporates both missiological and theological training.
Being a hands-on learner, I desired to have on-the-field training while learning the theology and the missiology.
60% of the training is in the classroom and 40% is on the field, where we get to go to Mexico every month with church planting efforts, as well as getting to go to Papua New Guinea, southern Mexico. We're going to be going to Canada.
Getting to work with a church planting team in northern Mexico, going 1 week out of every month, is one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.
Just to be on the ground doing church planting work in a live situation, not a simulated classroom scenario, where there was real people, real souls, and real opportunities to share the gospel.
This is not just a training assignment, but we are working alongside brothers in northern Mexico to plant churches while we're learning to plant churches. That could not be a better experience.
I think learning from actual missionaries has been one of the greatest parts of the training for me personally. Just knowing that these people that are coming in to train us actually have been on the field, actually have gone through the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs of missionary life. And so they're speaking into our lives with firsthand accounts, experiences of what they've learned.
One of the deepest experiences for me has been seeing the community of believers here, living life alongside one another, serving one another.
I'm so thankful that we came down here for 2 years of training instead of just going right on the field, because our family needed this time to learn how to adjust to a new culture, new languages being spoken, new smells, new food, new sights, all of that. It's all part of the training, and you get to do it alongside of many other families who can encourage you when it's really, really hard.
It's super helpful to have this 2 years to help you think through things, one, and then also just to prepare you better.
I don't know everything, certainly not, but I'm equipped with the tools to continue to learn and the confidence to go out to plant churches cross-culturally.
Hi, we're in beautiful Estro Namba. We arrived by a floatplane. In fact, that's the only way into this beautiful village. It's a gorgeous area, huge lakes everywhere. It's all just surrounded by mountains and very jagged rocks that go up, like about 400 or 500 feet, and then come right back down.
Masyarakat di Estro Namba hanya bisa sampai di kota dengan cara mendayung kurang lebih 1 hari, dan kemudian jalan kaki selama 2 hari, dan naik kapal 1 hari sampai di kota Kaimana.
Over the last few years, MAF has had the opportunity to partner with an organization called the Bali Mission Center, and a couple of years ago they approached us and asked us if we could help them reach a tribe that was essentially unreached. So a couple of years ago, we did the first flight into there, and they were very, very primitive, very remote.
There wasn't any buildings with aluminum roofing. Everything was just from grass.
Only a couple men
stood on that beach. The women and the children just ran away in the forest, and it took 2 or 3 flights before some women and children came out of the bush.
I see a nation like India, where there are more people living below the poverty line than there are people in the United States altogether. Last week alone, 100,000 children died of hunger-related diseases. I see a world where our dogs and our cats are eating better than our brothers and sisters in the Sudan. In addition to over 1 billion people who haven't even heard the name of Jesus that's on our lips. And on top of all of that, thousands upon thousands of our brothers and sisters who are imprisoned and persecuted in China and Laos, North Korea and Saudi Arabia. And when we should be on the firing lines for God, when our people should be on the firing lines for God, most of them are still in the nurseries of our churches drinking spiritual milk, with the mammoth needs of a world without Christ in front of us. We face 2 options. We can retreat from this mission into a land of religious formalism and wasted opportunity, or we can risk everything to fulfill the divine purpose for which we have been created. And I say, let's risk it all. I say, let's risk it all. For the sake of 1 billion people who haven't heard His name, I say, let's risk it all. We are not living for this city anymore. We are living for the city that is to come. Are we going to die in our religion or die in our devotion? God help us to do the latter.